Okay, hi everybody. Jesse Hawkins here from Four Seasons. Talking to Jessica again, our fitness center manager, personal trainer, group X instructor. She does it all. So basically, this is going to be where we want to start. If you want to make a significant change for your health, there are certain things that you just have to do. We have to have a starting point. We cannot be so complicated and get kind of like what it's like uh, when we talk about paralysis by analysis. Like I'm going to get so lost in the details that I'm not going to get any results. So here are the foundational steps. Me and Jess are just going to talk about it real quick that you need to do today, that you can start doing today to make a significant change in the very near future. And then we can get nitty gritty after that. But here are the basics. Jess, what are one of your basics?
So the first one I would always work on with all my clients, if they were saying they were getting less than 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, that's what we started off with, because that's an uphill battle from there. Throws your hormones way out of whack. And it's just going to be fighting against your goals if it's a healthy weight. And long term, I think all of the stuff that we're going to talk about, it's correlated to a higher risk of disease overall, and then if you don't do them, and then a higher risk of like an unhealthy weight. So like just starting right there, that's the first thing we do, because anything else after that, you're just fighting an uphill battle.
Sure, and that's like one of the things we talk about. If your body can only handle so many stresses, right? And if I'm not sleeping, that's a stress. So I can't compound not sleeping with poor diet or then exercising. Like your body can't work in that kind of environment. I think that's a great spot, and a lot of people, that's so simple, but a lot of people don't get that accomplished, and it's me some nights too. So I mean, to take the time to actually find some good quality sleep routines and get it in is a little bit of a chore.
Mm-hmm.
What's another one?
Well, leading right from that one goes right into the next. So it's like recovery and stress management. Obviously, like recovery around workouts, things like that. You're gonna recover faster and feel better. Like that one's pretty simple. But as far as like recovery and stress management, I just kind of put those in the bucket of self-care. And I usually start with like 5 minutes of that, because anything more than that, I think people get intimidated by it. Like you tell someone to meditate or like walk in nature. Like I think sometimes those self-care things seem like a chore while they should really be like a priority because you enjoy them. And it just, I don't know, it's like taking a little happy pill in the middle of the day. Like something more recently I've heard about, like on a couple of podcasts, is like stargazing is like becoming a thing as far as like therapy, and like there's results from there. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, at least 5 minutes of the day. And it's the same thing you were talking about with sleep, is that like you have to be able to turn off. Like you can't have stressor after stressor after stressor on yourself all day. Because again, like we've talked with all of them, like it leads to a higher risk of disease, that fight or flight. Like eventually it's got to turn off, because you're not fighting everything every day, like physically in your environment or mentally, psychologically.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Like that 5 minutes is a great tip too. Just do it. You have 5 minutes. Whoever you are listening to this, you have 5 minutes to take time, either whether it's meditation or if you want to write down your goals for the day, like I'm going to get these three things done, to sit and think about it and de stress. Everyone has that. I don't care what your job is, like how many kids you have, like what's going on. You got 5 minutes to be able to get that together. So and that goes a long ways. And I know there's science out there and everybody says it, but very few people just do it. Just take that 5 minutes. I love the stargazing idea, but it's pretty cold right now. But yeah, something like that. All right, what's one more? Let's do one more.
Okay, we're not even going to get into the nutrition with these ones, which I kind of think is great, because everyone thinks about food first. And I'll skip the exercise as well, because those are things that obviously like we know we need to do. And then a commonly overlooked one is hydration. So right, the best thing for you is water. Drink it. And then for the most part, you want to crowd out sugary, caffeinated, and alcoholic drinks, because those are all things, caffeinated and alcoholic, they're going to immediately dehydrate you. So, for the most part, if you can limit that, like I usually use the word crowd out, so that it's not like I can't have it. It's just like, for the most part, we're drinking water, make choices along that. Like you could do herbal tea, things like that. And then with the sugary drinks, that's just unnecessarily calories that like are literally giving you no nutrients whatsoever. So I'll keep it on that one, and we'll just save exercise and nutrition for a later day.
And I think absolutely. So we know if you're a reasonable adult, if you want to get in better shape, you have to eat healthier. You have to exercise. We will get into the nitty gritty in another podcast about like exercise protocols and nutrition ideas and different things like that. But that's a basic, right? These are also three other things. These three things right here that can do. Everybody can do tomorrow, right now. Like, all right, I'm going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to make sure I get my sleep, and I'm going to be hydrated. I'm not going to. It's not eight ounce glasses of water, whatever that may be. It is, I'm staying hydrated. Like, I'm going to drink water for the most part. Everybody can do that tomorrow. And in 3 days from now, you can feel better for it. So if you're
Mhm.
going to start somewhere, do these 3 things, do them tomorrow. Don't give yourself an excuse. This is easy. You can get it done. And then let's start the ball rolling. We talked about momentum a lot in all of our podcasts and about fitness and how it ties in. Get that ball going in the right direction, feel a little better. And now let's start incorporating more difficult things again.
No, I like it. It does feel really easy. And it reminds me of like a quote I just heard. I can't remember where I heard it, but it's like talking about motivation. And the quote is, and usually I'm just like more of like a cheerleader when it comes to working with clients. I feel like this is more along your line of things, but it goes, if you want to be tougher, be tougher. And these things are like easier, like on the easier side of things. And like, yes, you can do these. And so if you're getting into like, oh, like I forgot, or ooh, it's hard to like set a bedtime and like little bedtime routine, and it's hard to put time aside for that. Like if you want these things, like be tougher. Like, so,
Yes.
that would be kind of my little mantra for that one.
Well, and it's like that quote I wrote on the board that one time, which was like, if you can raise a toddler, you can eat some vegetables. Like, it ain't the hardest thing you're going to do today.
Yeah.
So this isn't that hard. You can do it today. So if you're listening to this and you want to make a change, do those 3 things starting right now after you're done listening to this, and you're going to be better for it 24 hours from now. And let's get the ball going in the right direction. All right. Sweet. Good talk.